What's up, Karptastic ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode in this PTCGO series. Today is going to be Meloetta Day. As always, if you want to skip the deck analysis, just click the annotation on the screen or skip to around the 4 or 5 minute mark and it will take you straight to the battles. So, Meloetta over here is from the Breakthrough expansion, has 90 hit points and has got the accelerating spin attack. Attach 2 fighting energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Then we switch this Pokemon with one of our benched Pokemon. It's also got a second attack, Prima Rondo, for a fighting and a double colorless, does 60 and it does 50 more if you've got a psychic energy attached to Meloetta. Ideally, what you want to do is, or what we want to do, is attach a psychic energy, do an accelerating spin, make sure we have 2 fighting energies in our discard pile, then attach these fighting energies, and then next turn we are ready to do a Prima Rondo for 110 damage. That's going to be the goal of today. We are going to have some fun with Meloetta over here. We are playing 4 copies of the Meloetta, then we are playing 2 copies of the Hawlucha. Hawlucha for quick attacks against EXs, because it can only do damage against EXs. It only requires 1 fighting energy, does 60, so that's pretty good. It's also got free retreats, and that's very nice as well. And then we are also playing 3 copies of the Machamp. 3 copies, that's right, for the Fighting Fury. Each of your fighting Pokemon attack do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, we are playing this Machamp because we are doing 110 damage with the Meloetta if we've got a psychic energy attached, but we want to go for the 1-hit knockouts, the 1H KOs on the EXs from my opponent. In order to do that, we need at least 60 more damage, because 60 plus 50 is 110 and most EXs have 170 HP, so that is a difference of 60, and we can fill up that gap with these Machamps as well as with the stadium here, Fighting Stadium, which allows us to do 20 more damage to the defending Pokemon EX, as well as with these 2 muscle bands which we run. Now, you can already tell we don't run Machop, nor do we run Machoke, so we need to get out the Machamp with the Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick. That's going to be one of the goals of this deck, getting out that Machamp with the Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick. In order to do that, we run 4 copies of the Battle Compressor, 4 copies of the Trainer's Mail, 4 VS Seekers, as well as 2 Maintenance, and let's see here, 2 Ultra Balls and 2 Level Balls. These are all cards which allows us to reduce our hand size and potentially get that Maxie going. Now, there's one more question left, and that is, if you use the accelerating spin, what do we spin into? So, in other words, which Pokemon do we promote to the active spot? We are going to try and promote the Robosub over here. We are running 3 copies of the Robosub. That is going to be the goal, get a Robosub on our bench and accelerating spin into the Robosub. That's about the most important parts of this deck. We also have a Giovanni scheme for potentially doing 20 more or drawing. Very versatile cards, can come in handy in this deck. We're running 2 Focus Sash for the Meloetta because it's only got 90 HP. Of course, we are also running the classical draw support, 2 Shaymin, as well as 2 Birch, pardon me, and 2 VS Seeker, no, Professor Sycamor, and 7 fighting energy and 4 psychic energy. Of course, you are going to want to use this Battle Compressor to discard both the Machamps, the Maxie Hidden Ball Trick, as well as these fighting energies. That's why we definitely need 4 copies. And that's about it for the deck analysis. I'm going to call it the end of the deck analysis here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more original and silly deck ideas like this. Okay, we are going to find ourselves an opponent. Alright, our first victim of the day is Obide with a Psychic, a colorless, and a water deck, and a Psychic coin. Obade is calling the coin flip, and it says we won the coin flip. Excellent. Yes, well, let's think here for a moment. Do we want to go first? Yes, well, will we go first? Try and pull off a Maxie if we can. That would be fantastic. We start off with a Meloetta, so really good start here. We have a pretty good hand. We've got several puzzle pieces that we need to put together this complex puzzle we are trying to create. And let's see what my opponent is playing. We saw water energies. That means we are going to see water Pokemon. Maybe Greninja. We see an Evo Soda. So there should be an evolution chain in my opponent's deck. The question is, what kind of evolution chain is my opponent playing? The question is now as well, will we draw into extra cards because my opponent was mulliganed twice? We get to draw into 2 cards, but do we want to do that? I guess we can, because we've got this Ultra Ball. We can get rid of cards that way. And so let's see what my opponent starts off with. We will draw 1 card. And yes, we will draw a 2nd card. We draw 2 energies. Okay, we are also going to get a top deck. We're getting Machamp as a top deck. That's good, so we can discard the Machamp. We will attach first to the Meloetta. We will attach a Muscle Band. Then we will discard this Machamp as well as this energy. And we will, let's see, what should we get? We'll get another Meloetta. That seems pretty good. Let's go for the Meloetta. We'll put it on our bench and then we'll battle compress. Or let's take a look at our Trainer's Mail first, actually. See what we can get from there. We get a VS Seeker. Excellent! Wow, we can pull off the Archie right here. So we will actually battle compress. And this is what we are going to do. This is the plan. We will battle compress a Archie, a Machamp. And what else should we battle compress here? Let's take a quick look at our deck. I'm thinking the Lysander. That could be nice, so we can always access it with another VS Seeker. Okay, let's go for that. That seems pretty good. We will discard those cards. We will play the Stadium down, then we will play the Shaymin down, but we won't draw into any extra cards because we want to use the Maxie's hidden ball trick on our first turn, and just like that we pulled it off. So let's go put 1 Machamp on our bench. That is one of the 2 that we want to get, and we draw into a terrible hand. My goodness, that is a really terrible hand. 3 fighting energies. Oh no, why? We were off to such a good start, but my opponent has a terrible hand too, so that's okay. I will actually decide to play down this Psychic Energy onto, let's see here, onto this Meloetta, and then we will go for, let's see here, we will go for an accelerating spin. That seems good. Let's get 1 energy onto this Meloetta, and we will switch into the other Meloetta. Next turn we will attach a fighting energy to this Meloetta, retreat into this Meloetta, and that way we have another fighting energy in our discard pile to boot, so that we can use it for the accelerating spin when necessary. Here we go, Ice Beam on the Meloetta in the active spot. That's okay. Oh no, that's not okay. We are paralyzed. Are you kidding me? Ah, well. Yeah, that's a bummer. Let's attach to the Machamp on the bench then. And our turn. So let's hope next time we don't get paralyzed. Then we can knock out this Regice with this Meloetta. We see a DCE on a Regice and a Muscle Band, so this Meloetta is going to go down. But we are going to take the game here because we have the Machamp. We are doing 160 plus 50 plus 20, that's 130, plus 20, that is 150 damage. And that is more than enough to knock out this Regice here. So here we go, we take the game with Meloetta versus Regice. No problem, man. We draw a Robosev a little bit too late. But yeah, that was pretty good. Unfortunate for that hand. Yeah, that was a really terrible hand that we drew into with the Maxie, but shit happens, as they say. So we will go and find ourselves our second victim of the day. And our next opponent is Oh, wow. HW Pinky. HW Pinky. HW Pinky. I think we saw a Psychic, Lightning and Colorless deck. Oh, pretty nice coin. Really loving the coin from my opponent. HW Pinky is choosing who goes first. We go first. Okay, so I'm guessing my opponent is playing Night March. Otherwise, he wouldn't allow us to go first. Pretty sure that is the case. We start off with a pretty terrible hand, if you ask me. Let's go for and we see a Manectric. That's pretty interesting. We will go for another Meloetta. Or maybe even a Hawlucha. Definitely a Hawlucha with this Manectric here. We are going to go for a Hawlucha. And we will use these bell compressors. Start bell compressing some Pokemon here. Let's see. We have a license. No. Let's discard the Machamps first. We have a Machamp here. We have a Maxie Baltic here, as well as another Machamp. That's two Machamps down the discard pile. We will go for another bell compressor. Bell compressing some energies now as well. So one energy, two energies, and we will even compress the Lysander. Can always come in handy, a Lysander. So we can VS Seeker it back into our hands. That's fine here. Then we will, look at that, if only we could have gotten rid of this Sycamore. We will put down the Fighting Stadium and we will go for this Sycamore. That's right, this Sycamore it is. Go Sycamore! Go Professor, show us your wisdom. Oh, ooh, very wise, very wise. I'm kind of liking this actually. We will, what will we do here? We will actually Ultra Ball, get rid of the Corina, as well as this Giovanni Scheme. And we will get a Shaymin on the bench. Draw into some more cards here. Hopefully we can get maybe a Focus Sash or a Muscle Band. We do not get those, but we do get another Meloetta. That is splendid. So next turn, we will try and pull off the Archie here. I kept it in my hand so we can try and pull it off. We are going to end our turn and see what my opponent does. My opponent could license out this Hawlucha because it is lighting weak. Doing 20 plus 20 with a Muscle Band would knock it out because that would do 80 total to this Hawlucha. But he does need a Lysander, and I don't see my opponent using a Lysander on his first turn just to get rid of this Hawlucha. That would be kind of crazy. I see a Rough Seas. He's going to counter the Stadium with a Rough Seas. We had to put down the Stadium because otherwise we would have discarded it with our Sycamore. So, yeah, either way, it would have gone in the discard pile. My opponent did have the Lysander, but decided to get rid of it, as well as a VS Seeker. Wow, my opponent got rid of a VS Seeker. Decides to get the Regice. That's okay. Regice is of no use against our deck, or no particular use. Of course, it can knock us out, but it's we don't play any EXs that try and will attack. So we see a Shauna. We will get hit for a Overrun. We even see a Toad. This is a very, very meta deck. Uber meta. We see all of the meta Pokemon in my opponent's deck here. We will get hit by an Overrun. This is probably going to hit the Hawlucha. Oh no, it's hitting the Meloetta. Pretty interesting there to see my opponent's choice. We get a Robosub. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's think here. Yes, we will. You have to play down in the field. I keep forgetting. We will play down the Robosub. Then we will maintenance the Birch, as well as this Level Ball, and hopefully we can get something. Oh, we get an energy. Are you kidding me? We get an energy of all things. We get an energy. Well. Oh, well. That means we will actually retreat into... We'll attach this Psychic Energy to this Meloetta. Then we will... let's see, we have how many energies? We have 2 energies in our discard pile. I will actually retreat this Meloetta. into this one and getting another one in our discard pile. Then we will use the accelerating spin, getting 2 energies on the Meloetta, and we will retreat into the Robo Sub. And that's it for us. So hopefully we do not get Lysandered out, otherwise we are in big trouble. But right now we are looking pretty good. We can knock out this Manectric in 1 turn with the Prima Rondo. That's all we need, or in 1 turn. 1 hit KO, 60 plus 50 is 110, times 2 is 220. That's even enough to knock out the Mega Manectric. If my opponent would get that, would get him out. We do see the Spirit Link, so it's a possibility there. My opponent decides to discard another Spirit Link. Probably going for the Mega Manectric then, or not. I wouldn't if I was my opponent. I would get another Manectric or something, or a Toad. Something, or maybe a Shaymin to draw into a double colorless, whatever. But I wouldn't put Manectrics in front of me. Because, yeah, it's fighting weak, so. Let's see here. What is going to happen? I don't want to see that Lysander. Please, Lysander, don't come near us. Stay as far away from us as you can. So it was kind of risky for me to retreat this Meloetta, get rid of that energy. But I want to have another energy in my discard pile for the accelerating spin. Next turn we can attach this energy to the Hawlucha. We do see the Mega Manectric come out. So yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, he decides to retreat into the Shaymin. He's going to do a Sky Return. What is my opponent going to promote? Is he going to promote the Manectric? I don't see my opponent doing that. If he does, I am going to be so surprised. Happy, but surprised. It's going to be the Regice probably. Oh, the Toad! My opponent puts the Toad in the active spot. Wow. Well, then we are definitely going to promote the Hawlucha. Why would we not do so? Oh, we get another energy. Freaking... Are you kidding me? Well... Okay, we'll start powering up this Meloetta on the bench. We will retreat this Hawlucha into this Meloetta and do a Prima Rondo. Yes, let's go for that. Because if we would do the attack with the Hawlucha, my opponent would only have 30 damage on the Toad because he could heal off with the Rough Seas. So hopefully next turn we don't get an energy off the top of our deck. Hopefully we can get something better. I don't want to see that energy anymore. Oh, we get hit for a Quaking Punch. That's going to be a problem if we draw into an item card. That's going to be a big problem. Here we go, Quaking Punch onto the Meloetta for 30. So we are down to 40 HP. We get a Meloetta, fantastic! This is what we were looking for. Let's go for the Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick. Get a Machamp on our bench. So that is all we can have. Oh, and unfortunately we cannot use the Focus Sash. I am going to keep this stadium in my hand and we will go knock out this ugly, big ugly Toad with a Prima Rondo. Here we go. Taking the first 2 prizes of this game. Just like that. Hawlucha and a Bell Compressor. Okay, that's pretty good. At least we have gotten rid of that item lock. And now we can just easily take down this Mega Manectric EX. Even though we will get knocked out. That's fine by us. We have plenty of Pokemon ready to go. Ready to boot. We will promote the Hawlucha. Yes, that's what we are going to do. And now we need an energy. That is all we need. We will attach a Focus Sash. No, wait. We need to think about this. So we are doing 20 plus 60 is 80 plus plus the stadium here, and that's 100 plus the muscle band, that is 120 times 2. That is enough. Let's get this some energies back into our deck so we can draw into them with a Shaymin. because that's the only thing we have right now. We will get rid of the level ball as well as this Hawlucha, and we will get a Shaymin. Then we will battle compress some cards so we can hopefully draw into the energies a little bit easier. Let's see here, what could we battle compress? We have a Sycamore, a Robosub. I don't want to see that Machamp for sure. No need for the Machamp. I'll even battle compress the Birch, maybe. I don't know. I'm a bit. Let's go for the Sycamore actually. Let's battle compress that, and that will be fine. Could have compressed an energy. Maybe should have done that. Probably should have done that. We do have one in our discard pile, so we will attach this to the Meloetta on the bench, and then we will draw into 6 cards. Hopefully getting that energy, and there we do. We get the energy, so we are going to knock out this Manectric with the Hawlucha, if I calculated it right. Whoa, wait. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't. Oh my goodness, I am such a noob. Isn't affected by weakness or resistance. I completely messed up there. So my opponent does get a Lysander. What is he going to go for? Lysander's out to Shaymin probably. Oh no, goes for the Meloetta. That's okay. I kind of messed up there. We are going to see a Turbo Bolt. Oh man. Yeah, definitely messed up there. At least it keeps the game interesting. So now we have to power up another Meloetta. Yeah, at least it keeps the game interesting, right? Oh well. We will knock it out now. Get back ahead in the prize lead. That was a bit of a mess up there, but that's okay. We can come back from it. Let's see what we get. We get another Focus Sash as well as a Stadium. I'm going to go for the Focus Sash and attach this to this Meloetta here. That's what we shall do. And then we will go for... let's see here. We will go for the Giovanni Scheme, probably. So we can do... let's see here. I'm not sure. Let's go for the Giovanni Scheme. Seems good. It leaves it with 2 opportunities, either to do more damage or to draw into more cards. So we will knock out the Manectric right now. I've seen enough of it. We are bored of the Manectric. Let's go. 2 cards. We get a Maintenance and a Birch. Okay, so actually this could allow us to pull off a... yeah, that could be pretty interesting. If only we do have another Robosub, that would be fantastic. Another Robosub, so we can do a accelerating spin. Our Stadium does get countered. That's okay. We could Lysander out this Manectric EX actually. But that's not much point because the retreat cost is only 1. You see another Toad as well. We could even Lysander out the Shaymin. Shaymin, yeah, that could be a possibility, but it's fighting resistant. Yeah, we could... no, if we Lysander out, we can't use Giovanni's Scheme. We even see a Mega Turbo. So this Hawlucha will go down. It has a Muscle Band, but no Focus Sash or anything like that. And we see the Mega Turbo on the Manectric, so this Mega Manectric EX just got powered up in 1 turn. Resistance Blizzard hits us for 70. We will promote this Meloetta. We will see if we can get a Robosub. We don't get a Robosub. I will attach this to the Meloetta. Then we will maintenance these 2 cards back into our deck and draw into 1 more card. Get another VS Seeker. Are you kidding me? So we will actually go for the Corina. We will get a Robosub that way with the Corina. We don't have a Pokemon, that's okay. We are not looking for a Pokemon. We are looking for a Robosub. Here we go. Here is the Robosub. And now it's time to use the accelerating spin. Next turn we can go for a Lysander. Here we go, accelerating spin. Getting 2 energies on the Meloetta. The Meloetta has a Focus Sash, so even if it gets Lysandered out, it will stay alive. And that basically means we have got the game here. The game is ours. Whatever our opponent does, he cannot win anymore. I don't see him playing enough Crushing Hammers to get rid of our energies. He can knock out the Shaymin, but that only takes him 2 prizes. He can knock out the Machamp, but that's okay because his Manectric is fighting weak, so we don't need the damage from the Machamp. I can basically knock out any Pokemon on my opponent's side except for this Toad in 1 turn. You see the Lysander on the Meloetta. As I said, that's okay, we have the Focus Sash. We will stay alive here. We will get our Lysander next turn and conclude the game. So that little mistake nearly cost us the victory, but we managed to pull through. Let's go for the Lysander and close out the game against this uber meta deck here. We will go for a Prima Rondo, knocking out the Mega Manectric and taking the last 2 prizes. Fan-fucking-tastic. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed that a whole lot. I am still frustrated that I forgot about the Hawlucha. It's been so long since I played Hawlucha. I completely forgot that it does not do weakness. So yeah, oh well. I think we will look for one last match here. And our last opponent for the day is MG Literati with a Psychic, a Metal, and a colorless deck. Maybe they, oh pardon me, maybe this is Mega Mewtwo. We lost the coin flip. That's okay. Whether we lose or win the coin flip, that's irrelevant for me, as long as we win the match. So what are you going to choose, MG Literati? What are you going to choose? Well, he seems to be very confused as to what he needs to do here. It's quite a simple task though. Choosing who goes first is not that difficult at all, really. You just say you go first or I'll go first. So go MG Literati, let us know ASAP. Anytime now. Anytime now. My opponent is inactive. No kidding, no shit Sherlock. Seems like we will win this game right on the coin flip. So okay, and yes, we win the game. Fantastic. Let's find ourselves a real opponent now. Hopefully this time our opponent is can decide who goes first. We are facing Defaz with a whole bunch of Pokemon, Fire, Water, Psychic, and then it was colorless or metal, I'm not sure. Defaz says we lost the coin flip. Look at that. Now that is a speedy coin flip. That's what I like. Yeah. Pretty funny outfit my opponent has. Not sure what kind of outfit it is meant to be, or even what gender my opponent is meant to be. So what are you facing? That's the question. Show us yourself. Reveal yourself. We start off with the Meloetta. Ideally I would want to get a Psychic Energy. We get a pretty good hand. We might be able to pull off the Maxie here. Oh, it's a Pampur. It's a Simisage Simipour deck. So my opponent is going to try and draw into a huge hand size here. That's what my opponent is going to try and do. We have to get our Meloettas ready before that happens. And a Focus Sash ideally. So let's see. Oh, another VS Seeker. No, this ruined our plan completely. Let's go for the VS Seeker. Can we get an Ultra Ball or something like that? We cannot. We get a Robo Sub. Huh. Definitely going to go for the Corina because we can get a Robosub with the Corina as well. And then we will battle compress. We will battle compress a Machamp, as well as 2 fighting energy, so we can use the accelerating spin. Yes, let's do that. Then we will get another Meloetta. Here we go. And then we will get a Robosub. Where is the Robosub? Here's the Robosub. How many do we have? How many Robosubs? 1, 2 more. 2 more Robosubs. Okay. Down goes the Robosub on the bench. We'll play down the Meloetta and then we will search for another Meloetta. Because I don't think my opponent will be playing any EX attackers. We will attach to this Meloetta. We will keep the stadium in our hands and use the accelerating spin for these 2 fighting energies and spin into the Robosub. Here we go. Okay, so now we need something to draw. We will try and get a Trainer's Mail next turn with the Corina if we don't top deck something good. Oh, the Deoxys comes out to play. So my opponent is going to retreat into Deoxys. Look at that. I just predicted that. Damn straight I did. Close encounter, 2 more cards. Okay. So we are, both of us are trying to prepare here. Oh, we get a Psychic Energy. Perfect, perfect. Let's discard this Robosub. And spin or promote the Meloetta. We will put down our stadium. We will go for the Corina right now. We will get a Focus Sash. That's right. We will get a Focus Sash. So we might as well get another Meloetta on our bench. Wow, my goodness. So many Meloettas all around. We will get a Focus Sash right here, right now. I think that's pretty good. Then we stay alive at least another turn if my opponent attacks us with that Simisage or evolves with the Pampor evolving into the Simipour. So go for the Prima Rondo. I think that should do it. Here we go, just enough for knocking out the Deoxys. We draw into a Sycamor. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we'll probably know Maxie this game. I don't see it happening. My opponent needs a double colorless and a Simipour. Does get the teammates, can go for the double colorless. I'm saying double colorless because the Simipour has a double colorless attack cost, if I recall correctly. That's yeah. My memory is not the greatest today, so. But I think I'm right here. I think I am. You see 2 fighting energy. Okay, so my opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cards in his hand. Goes for another 2 fire energies. I said fighting energy probably, didn't I? Probably did. Yeah. So that's 13 cards now in my opponent's hand. We've got 4 energies on this Meloetta. Pretty kind of ridiculous. So we do see the double colorless. We will see the Simipour. Here we go. Hand fling 10 damage times the number of cards in your hand. My opponent goes for another basic. So we will need to powering up some of these Meloettas on the bench now because otherwise we can't keep up with my opponent. That is essential right now. We probably need another Robosub, something like that. Don't need a Machamp. Here we go, we get hit for 100 damage. We will knock out this Simipour. Poor Simipour will go down. Let's go for the Sycamore. Unfortunately, 2 VS Seekers down the discard pile. Oh, we get a Robosub as well as a Focus Sash. Excellent, excellent. And we will attach this fighting energy to the Meloetta. Do we need to get anything else? No, I don't think so. So we will go for the Prima Rondo, knocking out the Simipour. Look at that. Battle Compressor. Okay, Battle Compressor is actually pretty good because we need some. Well, this Meloetta is probably going to get knocked out. Yeah, my opponent can knock it out very easily with the Fury swipes. We will promote the other Meloetta and then accelerate spin into the Robosub. Here comes another Simipour. We are going to see another double colorless. Yeah, look at that. Pretty predictable here. And we will get knocked out. So here we go. Meloetta it is. Meloetta it is. And we will go for... Oh, we even get another fighting energy. I'll definitely be attaching that to this Meloetta. Then we will go for the battle compressor, discarding... let's see here, the Machamp for sure. Here, don't want to see the Machamp. As well as... let's see here. The Hawlucha, I don't want to see the Hawlucha. Do we have another one? Yeah, let's discard all 3 of those Pokemon. And we will go for a Sycamore once again. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Let's go for the Sycamore once again. No need to use this level ball. All our Meloetta are on the bench with 1 in our discard pile. And we get another Robosub. Wow. And a pretty good hand as well. Huh. Let's see here. Do I need to do anything? I don't think so. I will go for an accelerating spin. Get these 2 energies onto this Meloetta and we will promote the Robosub. So my opponent needs a Lysander in order to threaten us, and definitely needs another basic, because we might knock it out next turn if we can get a Psychic Energy. We will be knocking out the Simipour. We see the Lysander. Oh, goes for this Meloetta. What? Well, okay, because we still have a Focus Sash on here. Probably because of that Focus Sash, but even still then. Because this Meloetta is powered up, it can knock him out now. So, okay, I'm not sure. Let's see here. We need a Psychic Energy, so we are going to go for this Super Rod and get that Psychic Energy here back into our deck, as well as this Meloetta, as well as this one, and leave the 2 fighting energies there. Then we will attach this Muscle Band to the Meloetta and we will go for we might pull off the Maxie here. We will go for a Meloetta. Yeah, let's do that. And I will pull off the Maxie. And we will... Trainer's Mail, don't want any of those. And we will use the Maxie. Here we go, Maxie. It is. Put the Machamp on our bench and we draw into 2 Psychic Energy. That's more than enough. That's all we need. And game it is. This is the final game. We close it off with the Maxie. We close it off perfectly, I would say. That was a perfect ending to a pretty darn good match against a Simipour deck, Simipour and friends, but we did not get to see the friends. Well, we saw the Deoxys, so we saw 1 friend. And that will be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this, Meloetta showcase. Some improvements can be made to this deck. I think I would switch out the Muscle Bands for Focus Sashes. I put both in just to test. I wasn't sure, but right now, after all these matches, I think I would take out the Muscle Bands and go for the Focus Sashes full on. I would also take out 1 Machamp for sure. 3 is way too many. But yeah, it's by playing that you learn, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel for more original and silly deck ideas like this. I hope you have a Karptastic day, and I will be seeing you next time.
Karp, 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 Karp.